Hello friends, I'm Narendra Verma once again before you. As you know very well that in accountancy for class 12 CBSE syllabus, we have been dealing with the chapter number 7, that is dissolution of a partnership firm, right? And in today's session, what we are going to cover? Concept of memorandum balance sheet, right? Sometimes what happens in the question, you find partners capital and other liabilities, okay, and you find the value of assets realized, but you do not get the value of sundry assets. Okay, so in that case, just to determine the value of sundry assets on the date of dissolution, okay, with the available information, memorandum balance sheet is prepared. How? Okay, you need to, in the liability side, put the capital and other liabilities and then make the total, okay, and this total will be the total of sundry assets, okay. And sometimes what happens in the question, you may find some assets also given there, like cash at bank, cash in hand, okay, and maybe possible some fictitious asset or debit balance of profit and loss, etc. is given. So in that case, what is going to be done? First of all, you will mention all the liabilities in the liabilities column, then make the total, and this total of liability will be obviously the total of total assets, okay. Now, out of this, you will have to deduct the assets which are given, like cash in hand, cash at bank, and fictitious assets or debit balance of profit and loss, etc. Then the balancing figure will be known as other sundry assets. Okay, now we have got the sundry assets or other sundry assets. Okay, now with this balancing figure, we can prepare easily the realization account and determine the profit and loss on realization. And thereafter, we can prepare the partner's capital account and bank account. Okay, the question can be completed in that manner. Alright. So how it is going to be done? Today I'm going to tell you through a few numerical problems. Alright, so you see the question on your screen. I've already written the question here, problem number 7, let's read it out. Amit and Sumit were partners sharing profits and losses as to 7 by 11 to Amit and 4 by 11 to Sumit. So that is their ratio. They dissolved the firm on 30th May 2020, right? As on that date, their capitals were 14,000 Amit and 8,000 Sumit. There were also due on loan account to Amit rupees 9,000 and to B rupees 1,500, okay? The other liabilities amounted to rupees 10,000, fine. The assets proved to have been undervalued in the last balance sheet and actually realized rupees 48,000. See, the amount realized is given, okay, but the value of sundry asset is not given, book value is not given. Prepare necessary accounts showing the final settlement between partners. Okay, so the question does not say us to prepare memorandum balance sheet. What we'll have to prepare it in the working note so that we can calculate the book value of the sundry assets, and thereafter we may prepare realization account and then partners capital account and then bank account. Understood the point? So let's prepare in working note memorandum balance sheet. So this is the format of memorandum balance sheet as on 30th May 2020. Alright, so now let's put the values here. Very first, partners capital, fine. Then partners loan account. For Amit it is 9,000, for Sumit it is 1,500. Other liabilities are also given 10,000. Now we see in asset side, any asset is given? No asset is given. Fine, then let's make the total of this side, 42,500. This will be known as sundry assets balancing figure. Okay, just to get this amount, we prepared that. Okay, now we'll prepare the realization account and then we'll calculate profit and loss on this. Fine. So this is the format of realization account. Very first we'll transfer the asset here. Sundry assets value we calculated 42,500. Okay. Then we'll transfer the liabilities here. What is the value of other liabilities? 10,000. Loans will not be transferred and capitals will not be transferred. 10,000. Now let's see how much amount was realized from asset. 48,000. Okay, now we'll make the payment of liability. How the question has not said, but the liabilities need to be paid. Okay, at book value. Now let's calculate the profit and loss on realization. Total of this side is more, obviously, that is 58,000. So this 5,500 is the profit that will be transferred to partner's capital account. So the ratio is 7:4. Okay, so 3,500 and 2,000. Alright, now I have already prepared the partner's capital account. Let's put the values here. Very first, we'll forward the balance. What is the balance given? 14,000 and 8,000. Alright, now any other treatment? Yes, this profit on realization 3,500 and 2,000. Now, as I have already told you in the previous video, very first roughly we see the balance whether it is in debit or credit side when the question is silent on the treatment of loan. Okay, so here both the balances are coming in the credit side. So in that case, these will be directly paid from the bank side, right? There is no need to transfer these to partners' capital account. Okay, so I'm not transferring loan account here. So finally, Amit will get 17,500 and Sumit will get 10,000. Okay, but when we prepare the bank account, then the first payment will be made to their loan and then to their capital. Remember that sequence. In actual it happens. Okay, so let's prepare the bank account now. So this is the format of bank account, but as the question has asked to prepare necessary accounts, so we may have to prepare the partner's loan account as well. So I have prepared a format of that as well. Let's place the entry here very first. So the loan amount to Amit 9,000 and Sumit 1,500, right? These both will be paid bank account 9,000 and 1,500. Okay, now let's prepare the bank account. Balance BD. If any balance is given, we'll place it here. It's not given. Fine. Then we sold assets. Then we got money. How much? 48,000, right? And then we paid first third party liability, that was at 10,000. Okay, and then we paid loan. So partners loan account, Amit, Sumit, 9,000, 1,500 means 10,500 was paid. Okay, and thereafter partners were paid the final payment. How much? 17,500 and 10,000 means 27,500. Now let's make the total of two of the side. This side total is 48,000. This side 48,000. Right. So the question, so two of the sides match means we are correct. So this is the way to attempt the question when book value of sundry asset is not given. Then what we have to do with the help of available information, we need to prepare the memorandum balance sheet in working note, and then the question becomes normal for us. We'll prepare realization account, partners capital account, partners loan account and bank account. Alright, so one more variety of question you may experience in this regard. So see the another question on your screen. So I have written the question here. Amit, Sumit and Vineet are three partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2 respectively, right? The respective capitals are in their profit sharing proportions, okay? Means the capital has to be there in the same proportion. On 1st April 2019, be focused about the date here. The total capital of the firm and the balance of general reserve are 1,60,000 and 40,000 respectively. Means general reserve is for 40,000 and total capital is there of 1,60,000. This will be divided 3 by 8, 3 by 8 and 2 by 8. Okay, so how much it comes out? 60,000, 60,000 and 40,000. Right. Then during the year 2019-20, the firm made a profit of rupees 56,000 before charging interest on capital at the rate of 5%. Fine. So profit has not been distributed, right? Okay. And interest has to be charged out of this, then profit will be distributed. Okay. For the same, we need to prepare profit and loss appropriation account here. The drawings of the partners are Amit 16,000, Sumit 14,000, we need 10,000. Okay. On 31st March 2020, their liabilities were 36,000. Fine. On this date, they decided to dissolve the firm. The asset realized rupees 2,70,200 and realization expenses amounted to rupees 3,600. Prepare necessary ledger accounts to close the books of the firm. So we need to prepare the memorandum balance sheet, but first of all, we need to have the closing balance of the capital, because we have got the capital balances on 1st April 2019 and we are dissolving our firm on 31st March 2020. So we need the closing balances of capital. Okay, for the same, very first we need to prepare profit and loss appropriation account, and then we need to prepare partners capital account before dissolution. Okay, so let's prepare. All these two things will be prepared in the working note. So by net profit, how much? 56,000. Now, capital means partners capital account, interest on capital at the rate of 5%. Okay, so Amit, Sumit and Vinit. So Amit's capital is 60,000. 5% is what? 3,000. Similarly, 3,000 for Sumit and 2,000 for Vinit. Total is 8,000. Alright. Any other amount? See, drawings is given, but interest on drawing is not given, so we will not do any treatment regarding that. Fine. And general reserve will be directly distributed among the partners. Okay. No other treatment will be done. Now the profit will be distributed. Let's calculate what is the distributable profit. It's 48,000. This 48,000 will be transferred to all partners capital account in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, so 18,000, 18,000 and 12,000. Fine. Now we will prepare partners capital account before dissolution, right? So that we can get closing balances of partners capital on the date of dissolution. Okay, fine. Let's put the opening balances here. Balance B. How much? This 60,000, 60,000 and 40,000. Now this general reserve is supposed to be distributed, but we focused here. Without any reason, we do not distribute general reserve. Okay, this will be shown in the balance sheet, means memorandum balance sheet. So don't commit mistake here. It will not be distributed here. It will be distributed at the time of dissolution. Fine. Now, apart from that, yes, drawings entry will be there, and interest on capital entry will be there. Interest on capital 3,000, 3,000, 2,000. Drawings, how much amount of drawing? 16,000, 14,000, 10,000. Now share of profit 18,000, 18,000 and 12,000. Now we'll do the total of this and then balance. And this balance will go to the memorandum balance sheet. Then we'll calculate the book value of sundry assets. Then we'll prepare realization account, and then again we prepare the partners capital account on the date of dissolution, and at last bank account. Understood the point? Okay, so let's finish this. Alright, so Vinny's total is 54,000, and after deducting 10,000, 44,000 is the balance. Similarly, Sumit's total is 81,000, and after deducting 14,000, it's 67,000. Amit's total is same, 81,000, but here it differs. because 16,000 drawing was deducted and the balance is 65,000. These balances will be taken to the memorandum balance sheet. Let me tell you one more thing. Still we are there in the working note, and memorandum balance sheet is also the part of working note. We haven't reached to the proper question yet. Okay, so this is the format of memorandum balance sheet. Let's put the value here. Very first, partners capitals that we have calculated. Amit at rupees 65,000, Sumit at rupees 67,000, and Vineet at rupees 44,000. The total is 1,76,000, right? Now let's read the question properly. General reserve will be mentioned here, that is of 40,000. Okay, any other value? This profit has been distributed already. Drawing has been taken by the partner. Yes, their liabilities 36,000. Any other thing? The assets realized. So this is the amount realized and this is the expenditure. These won't be mentioned here. No other item is left. Now we'll bring the total of the liability side, and the same total will be the total of the asset side, and that will also be known as amount of sundry assets. Okay, 2,52,000. Okay, cash balance is also not given. Fine. Otherwise, would have deducted that. So the entire amount will be known as sundry assets. That is what the balancing figure. Okay, 2,52,000. Now, with the help of this, we will prepare realization account, and then again partners capital account, and then bank account. Alright, so this is the format of realization account. So very first, let's transfer the sundry assets here. What value we calculated? 2,52,000. Right, now third party liabilities will be shifted here, and the liabilities we had 36,000, right? Okay, now assets were realized. It's given in the question, 2,17,200. Okay, now liabilities were to be paid. It's not mentioned here, only expenses are given, but the liabilities will be paid at book values. Very first expenses, how much? 3,600, and then other liabilities. Okay, 36,000, 39,600. Fine, no other thing is left. Now it's time to calculate the total of this, and then profit or loss on realization. This side total is more, so we see the loss 38,400. So this amount will be gone by all the partners. So 40,400, 14,400, and 9,600. Right. Now we'll prepare the partners capital account on 31st March 2020, means on the date of dissolution. Okay, very first we will place the balances here. What were the balances? 65,000, 67,000, and 44,000. Right. Now here at this level, general reserve will be distributed. Okay, what was the amount of general reserve? It was 40,000, 15,000, 15,000, and 10,000. Okay, 3:2. And then this realization loss will be borne by these 14,400, 14,400, and 9,600. Any other treatment? Already we have done rest of the treatment. Okay, on the date of dissolution only this treatment will be done, because no partner has taken anything, nothing else is given. Okay, drawing we have adjusted, everything we have done. Fine. So let's make a total, then we'll get the amount of final payment. All the balances are there in the credit side. So this is 54,000. Out of 54,000 we need to deduct 9,600. So for Vineet it is 44,400, right? Now let's calculate for Sumit. That is 82,000. Out of this 82,000 we need to deduct 40,400. 67,600. Now for this it's 80,000. Out of this 80,000 we need to deduct this 40,400. 65,600. So that will be the final payment to the partners on dissolution of the firm. Alright, now nothing else we have to do? We need to just prepare the bank account. Alright. So this is the format of bank account. Let's place the balance if any. But I think balance is not given here. No problem. Okay, then we sold the asset. Then we realized some amount from there. What is the amount that we realized from the asset? 2,70,200. Then we paid some liabilities. Okay, and what was the amount of liability? 3,600 plus 36,000. So it was 39,600. Okay. Any other payment? Only partners payment. 65,600, 67,600, and 44,400. Let's see how much it comes out. 1,77,600. Now let's make the total of this. If two of the side total is equal, then we are correct. So this side total is 2,17,200. Let's see. Yes, 2,70,200. So both side total match here. It means we are correct. So this is the way to attempt the question. Fine. One more alternative treatment can be here. Sometimes what the people do, this partners capital account is prepared in two parts. One before dissolution, another on the date of dissolution. But we have prepared separate two parts. They can prepare compound. Okay. In the same, they will forward by balance BD. Okay, and it will be done. But this is a wrong method. Why? Because the date changes and there is a huge difference. Okay, that is why. Anyways, so in a question like this, what we'll have to do? Very first, we had to prepare so many things in working note. Okay, so very first we had to calculate the closing balances. We needed that. That's why profit and loss preparation was prepared. Then we got the closing balance. Okay, and thereafter we prepared memorandum balance sheet, and then the question became normal. Alright, so it goes like this. Alright friends, so it was all about the concept of memorandum balance sheet and numerical problems that we have attempted so far. Okay, very soon I'm going to meet you with some other video. Till then, thank you, bye bye.